Welcome to Daxue Talks, a show powered by Daxue Consulting, a China-based strategic market research company founded in 2010.
Hello, I'm Matthieu David, the founder of Daxue Consulting, a strategic market research company based in China, in Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. We have been working for more than 400 clients over the last 10 years since 2010.
What are the basics you need to know about taxes in China to manage a company, your business? The first one is corporate tax. The tax on profit is 25%. Without going too much into details, most companies need to pay 25% of the profit in taxes. There are a couple of elements you need to know and check with your accountant or your lawyer from time to time, at least every year. Usually, there is a bracket under which you have a lower tax, corporate tax to pay. For instance, if my memory is exact, in 2018, businesses with less than 1 million RMB of profit had to pay half of the tax, meaning 12.5%. If you were exceeding this 1 million RMB, you were actually taxed with 25% rate on the entire profit. So there was no step. So as soon as you were breaking this line, this level, you were taxed at 25% of the total of profit. For 2017, it was lower level, so it was up to 50,000 RMB, if my memory is correct, and in 2019, it's much higher. So it's changing every year. So you have to double check with your accountant, with your lawyer. For that here, you have a question on you need to pay taxes on your profit. What's the level at which you have a reduced tax rate? That's one thing. The corporate tax, you can have some reduced level of taxes if you are a technology company in some very, very specific cases. Actually, in most cases, it does not apply. Even if you are a tech company, it does not apply. The cases where it applies is that when you are in a tech park, where you have very specific technologies, and where you're aligned with some ways a 5-year plan. But this has to be decided with the local government, the provincial government, the national government. It's not an easy way. So don't count too much on a reduced tax, incentivized tax level, because this happens rarely. About VAT. What do you need to know as an entrepreneur about VAT in China? First thing is that there is a VAT for products and there is a VAT for services. For a long time, the VAT on services was not deductible. So you could not deduct your VAT you were invoicing to the VAT actually you had to pay on your cost. This has changed. It was one of the big reforms in China a few years ago. But still, you need to understand that some VAT is not deductible. For instance, small taxpayer VAT. Let's go back on the different levels of VAT. 15% for products, 6% for services. What you have to know is that on top of this VAT, 17 and 6%, you have an additional taxes, which is about 10% of the tax of 6% and of 17%. Again, check with your accountant, check with your lawyer for every year what are the new changes. But the framework is here. You have the VAT for product, the VAT for services, and you have small taxpayer specific VATs which are not deductible. So those people who issue VAT invoices with a small taxpayer rate, let's say for services 3.5%, then it's not deductible. They will not be able to deduct from their cost your VAT with 6%, and you will not be able to deduct from the VAT you pay the 3.5% actually they pay. It's a bit technical. Check with your accountant and your lawyer every year what are the changes, because this is changing frequently. What you need to remember is a framework. VAT for product, VAT for services, VAT for small taxpayers. In services, it can range actually from some level of 6%, which is usually the case for most businesses and services, to up to a much higher rate, like 40%, depending on what industry you are. So check it with your lawyer and accountant again. This is changing frequently, but the basics are here. This video helps you to ask the right questions to your accountant and lawyer, to be able to have a discussion with them and to be able also to challenge them, because when you challenge that, you understand what's going on.
Any questions? We will find an expert to answer them. Drop your questions in the comments or send us an email, dx@daxueconsulting.com.